All information contained in this podcast is general in nature and does not consider your individual circumstances. You should consider the appropriateness of this information with regards to your individual objectives, financial situation, and needs. Welcome to Sharing More Than the Sheets, a podcast to help you and your partner make better financial and lifestyle decisions so that you can both focus on the things that you love. I'm your host, Michael Khouri, financial planner, green thumb, husband, and just dad. Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. A quote by Dan Penner, which I will never, ever forget. This is one of the first quotes that I ever read as a teenager, and it has stuck with me since then. Now, I need to make a very clear point that this doesn't mean that, in today's episode, doesn't mean that you shouldn't be friends with people that aren't as successful as you, or you shouldn't be friends with people that have bad habits, because if anything, those friends need you more than ever, especially if they're going through a period in their lives. But what I wanted to really highlight today is just the importance in really paying attention to who you are actually spending your time with, who you're talking to, and who you're hanging out with, because that is going to have a humongous impact on your future and your mindset. The first part of it is to determine in your life who is negative, who are the negative Nellies, who are the people that are constantly negative, no matter what happens. They're just the ones that are always just draining your energy and just always being negative about things in your life, because life is hard enough as it is. And at the end of the day, we don't need people around us all the time being negative about every single thing that happens. Now, I do understand that everybody has issues and everybody has certain things in their lives that they are upset about, and nobody's life is perfect. But saying that, there are different ways to obviously approach things in life, and it's about looking at the amount of time you're spending around people like this as well to make sure that it's not too much, because it does need a balance. And as I said earlier, these people, they do need you in their lives. They need you to guide them, to help them, and maybe to make them aware that they're a negative person and that they're always looking at things in a different light than they probably should be. But understanding who these people are and understanding the time that you're spending with them, or the time you're spending exposed to them, is going to make a very, very big difference on your mindset. Now, I've talked about this in previous episodes, but every day we have energy points. We have levels of energy, essentially, and they get used during the day. So whether we're driving to work, or whether we're having a conversation with somebody, and if there's somebody that somebody's negativity that's constantly draining this energy of yours, and you're finding yourself, literally it's lunchtime and you've got no energy at all because you've spent all morning with this particular person, you need to really be careful and monitor how you're using up your energy during the day. And if it's through people like this, you need to be very careful with how much time you're exposing to them. The second thing is on the flip side, is to find people who are smarter than you, people that are more successful than you. The reason this is important is because A, it challenges us. If we feel comfortable, because out of our, if let's say somebody has a group of friends, and out of that group of friends, that one person is the most successful person out of the group, they won't really have as much of an urge to challenge themselves compared to if they had some friends that were more successful than them. And that success can be defined in different ways, of course. There's financial success, there's business success, there's relationship success, there's community service, social, community engagement success. So there's different levels of success, but by finding people that are more successful than you and spending time with those people, not just because they're more successful, but because, this is assuming that they actually are your friends as well, you will constantly challenge yourself to always want to do better and to always improve. Having a financial advisor, having a life coach, even having a partner that challenges you is very, very important. But if you can also surround yourself with people like that as friends, it will create this natural energy and this natural urge to always want to do better and to be better. Finding people who are smarter than you also helps as well, because it always encourages you to have more sophisticated conversations, for example, because you're always trying to essentially push your boundaries, and you're trying to learn more if you're with people that know more than you, because you'll learn off them as well. Now, Jim Rohn once said, "You are the average of 5 people you spend most of your time with." Now, it's very, very common for people to underestimate the importance of the people that we spend our time with, but whether we have teachers, mentors, trusted friends, these people are all going to have a really big difference on our lives, and they're also going to be there to assist us if we need help as well. Just like you'll be assisting your friends if you have people that are going through something in their lives, or people that, as I said, I talked about the negative ones earlier, but people that, or friends that you feel need help. So you also need to think about yourself as well. You can't always be the person that's rescuing people, that's always helping people, because we need rescuing ourselves as well. The other thing as well is to cultivate real life relationships. So to have relationships with people who have already accomplished your goals. So for example, if your goal is to build up a business, or to build up an investment portfolio, for example, or to start doing some community work and to really smash a goal in the community sector, helping other people. If you surround yourself with people that have already achieved these goals or very similar goals, you're also maximizing your chance of success, because it's like an athlete. An athlete that's trying to train to reach a certain goal normally has a trainer that's been in their shoes before, a trainer that's done it before. If they have friends that have done it before, they're going to be a lot more likely to achieve that goal, compared to if they just hung out with people that never exercised, for example, and don't really think exercising is important or working towards physical goals. As an athlete, that person is going to struggle. These podcasts have been brought to you by Better Financial Planning Australia. To book a free 15-minute phone chat, visit betterfinancialplanning.com.au. Another point that I want to make is to identify the positive people in your life. So people that are positive, people that are always trying to look at the good in things and the good in situations. Because again, if you surround yourself with these people, it is going to impact your attitude. It's it goes back to that saying, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future." And that saying doesn't exactly, it doesn't mean that if you're friends with unsuccessful people, then you are going to be unsuccessful. It just means that it's going to be a lot harder to be successful if you only surround yourself with unsuccessful people. To be positive and to surround yourself with positive people just creates this positive energy, because these people are normally smarter or hard workers, or they're dreamers or visionaries, or just in general, they're positive thinkers. They're just people that look at things in a good light, and they're always trying to, again, make good out of any particular situation. In our lives, we're going to have curveballs thrown at us. We're going to have certain scenarios thrown at us, some that we've been through on a professional and personal level, but some that we haven't. Having this positive mindset, there is so much research that shows that having a positive mindset does make a really big difference to the way that we achieve and face obstacles and the way we overcome them. It's mindset. There's books about mindset. There's research. There's studies all about mindset. And having a positive mindset really does overcoming these obstacles. It really makes overcoming these obstacles a lot easier. And on that note as well, join a professional group. So if you're trying to, again, just like an athlete has a coach that has been in that person's shoes before, if you're trying to achieve something professionally, you join a group of like-minded people. So I'm a financial advisor, as you know, and I'm part of a few financial planning groups. There are a couple industry groups, and there's also some other groups as well that I'm part of, where there are like-minded advisors that like to think open. They're very open about different ideas, technology, doing things in a different way, not doing things the way we've always done it for the last 20 or 30 years. So for me, I like that because it challenges me. It always gets me questioning myself, thinking, hold on a sec, am I really doing things the right way? Could I be doing things differently to better serve my clients and to have a bigger impact on their lives? And it's that journey that I'm on. I probably would not have helped as many people as I have if I weren't part of these groups, to be honest with you. And again, it's just about surrounding yourself with these people, because it's not just surrounding yourself with others on a educational level or on a financial level, but on a professional level as well. Hopefully, a lot of these points that I've mentioned are going to help you get out of your comfort zone. So Tony Robbins says, all growth starts at the end of your comfort zone. If we stay in a environment, or we stay in a stage of life where we are just comfortable, we're most likely we are not going to grow. We will just stay flat. We will just plateau. We will tread water, essentially. Surrounding yourself with people who will take you to the next level is a whole new ballgame, because essentially the way it works is when we push ourselves, we build up particular mechanisms in our brain which cause us to be a lot more alert, to be a lot more on the ball, to be a lot more aware of what's happening around us. And by pushing ourselves out of our comfort zone, we grow. And it all goes back to a lot of what I've mentioned earlier, because if you surround yourself with people who are more successful or smarter than you, or even just as positive, if not more positive than you, then these people will naturally push you out of your comfort zone. You will push yourself out of your comfort zone, because you're going to see things, you're going to see concepts and ideas and techniques and habits which you've never done before or even looked at. And you'll think, wow, maybe I should probably do that as well. And what will happen is when you surround yourself with these people, when you need help, when you need assistance, when you need somebody to lean on, you'll have your friends, you'll have your network there to support you when that time of need arises. Something else Tony Robbins says is that the quality of a person's life is most often a direct reflection of the expectations of their peer group. Now, surrounding yourself with like-minded people or more successful people is also going to change your expectations of yourself. Now, if you have friends or colleagues or workmates, for example, who are in these particular positions where they have achieved something that you're trying to achieve, by you seeing that and by you pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, it creates this expectation. You create this expectation on yourself that you need to improve. And by doing that, it naturally pushes you outside your comfort zone as well, as I was saying earlier. So to me, I've brought up this topic and I've really wanted to do this episode because even talking to clients or talking to friends, so many times I see particular people in a position where they can easily do better, whether it's financially or whether it's professionally or whether it's career-wise. But because they're surrounding themselves with people which make them feel comfortable, who do not push them, who then don't really provide the support that person needs, then they are not able to actually grow and they're not able to do better. As a financial advisor, I'm obsessed with helping people do better, be better, and feel better. Now, that's essentially the motto of my practice, Better Financial Planning. And this point really, really gets on my nerves sometimes because, again, when I see somebody in a situation where I know they can do better, I can do as much as I possibly can. But if that person isn't surrounding themselves with the right people and they don't have the right mindset, there's only so much anyone can do. And I'll finish off with one last quote from Hans Hansen, and that is, people inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. So I hope today's episode has helped. If you would like to create this accountability, please feel free to touch base. And I am here to help in any possible way that I can to help provide that guidance and to help you do better, be better, and feel better. Thanks for joining us on Sharing More Than the Sheets. Please make sure you subscribe to be updated with future episode releases, and feel free to share this episode with any friends or family that you think it might benefit. Please visit us at sharingmorethanthesheets.com.au to submit questions or requests for future podcast topics. These podcasts have been brought to you by Better Financial Planning Australia. To book a 15-minute phone chat, visit betterfinancialplanning.com.au.